jungle.
Yeah, before I start, let me just see if it is functioning. Before I go, okay, it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Yeah, good day, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, according to your time. This is the Benin Empire Advancement League, known as the Bill. My name is Dele Bello. I'm the president of the Bill Global. Yes, it has been a while that I come often to Facebook or to other streaming platform to broadcast, to talk to our people and others. Normally, we are supposed to be two in this broadcast. Sorry, I have a dog behind me. I need to open the door for him so that he can go out. This was not the plan. So, get out. So, yeah, sorry for the disturbance, but I believe everything is all right. Yeah, uh, a lot is going on. First of all, once again, let me congratulate our Big Daddy, our Father, God on earth, the Omonomba Nedu Guapolopolo, Oba Eware, the second Nogidigan, the Great. And yes, we still have also some bad news that is coming out of Nigeria today, and not just today, in the past few days because of the flooding. A lot of people lost their lives, they lost their livelihood, and others. My condolences to those who lost their lives, and my heart is with those people who lost their livelihood. Uh, and also today, I can say a respectful son of the Benin Empire who always respect our tradition, respect our Godfather on earth, uh, with the name Davido, lost his one of his child or his child today. Our heart goes to him and his family, and our condolence also as well. Yes, let me come again before I continue. There's a page. There's a page in Facebook. I believe it's newly open. His name is the Bin Igodomigodo or something like that. Uh, there has been a lot from this page out to Facebook, distorting or insulting the name of the Omonoba of Benin, or writing all sorts of rubbish. For example, for what happened to Davido and his family, is trying to put the blame on our Omonoba of Benin. Even before then, you know, uh, inflating all sorts of misinformation in the social media, uh, trying to trying to put the image of our empire and the Omonoba Nedu Okwapolopolo Oba Eware the second Ogedigan the Great in such a manner in social media, uh, disrespectful, demonizing, and doing a lot of things. I will urge all Benin descendants who love their culture, who love their heritage, to go out to the social media and report this page. Report this page because I don't want to write the name here right now, and I believe most of you people have come across this page. This page needs to be taken down from social media. Normally, I don't come out to say something like that, but I believe what this person is doing is so disturbing and so disrespectful, so demonizing that it needed to be taken down by Facebook. I did this already in the past few days, twice or three times in different forms, but the page is still there. It's still on Facebook, and I believe yes, many of our people must have come across it or heard of it. Don't push any like button in that page. Make sure you report that page being taken down from Facebook, because all this hatred, no matter where it's come from, even from our own people, must be fought with all hardship. Must be These people must be brought to questioning and to answer. They have to answer the call. Yeah, but for me, these are just simple issue that the Beninese and the patriotic Beninese can deal with without problem. Yeah. For the next topic is the inner core of the Beninese ancestors, because I have been following so many social media platforms in the past few days, read their topic, do so many things. Yes, uh, but we have to do enough in educating our people, in letting them know who they are and why they are here in this world. Uh, we should remember that we are the children of the greatest descendant that ever lived in this world. Before the white man came to the Benin Empire, the Benin Empire has existed, or the Benin has existed for more than thousands of years before they even stepped their foot on our empire. And we were so civilized and developed that the white man has to. Let me put something on the background. Maybe some of you might have come across this picture in the social media or something like that. But I want to put this something for people to see on my background, how developed we were before then. Because this graphic behind me, behind my broadcasting, or what I call background, uh, demonstrate how civilized the Benin Empire was when the British or the Portuguese stepped their foot on our own land. But I don't want to put blames on anybody, or do something like that while we lost all we were having. In one way, we were so naive to even recognize the danger these people posed. By the time we realized all this, it was too late. It was just too late to cry when the head is off. Uh, why I'm saying this, I am seeing so many of us in social media are doing a lot. Some are doing a very, very good job, but some are just doing this job because of money. And I know, yes, everybody needs money, but we should do more in the direction that really promote our culture, promote our heritage, educate our people about the empire, about their past. For me, I'm not an historian, but I'm also trying to do my best to make sure uh, things come openly to our people, that people have access to our history, our culture, and others. I want to thank all the brothers and sisters that have been doing this job. Uh, you people are doing a very, very great job. And may the God of our ancestors guide and protect every one of you. But there's something that is really disturbing that is still need to solve. The unity among us need to be resolved. We can have so many organizations as we want. We must not be in the same organization. We must not even have the same vision. We must not even have the same uh, opportunity. But what matters is what we did with our knowledge, the knowledge we have, what we are doing with it. For example, I'm also a member of other Benin social organizations who are also responsible for the education of our people, for the unity of our people. But sorry, the microphone is too far away. Maybe I believe people can still hear me. Um, oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Uh, Now I'm fighting with my microphone because so I don't know what went wrong. Something is wrong with it. Yeah, we are still we have to fight in so many fronts because even some of our people who are in social media, we're having this problem that the history, our own history, is so in many ways. There are so many misinformation in these histories which needs to be corrected by our historians, especially the one that has been made public in Wikipedia and others. I know some of our children, some of our brothers and sisters, they are doing a very great job to correct these histories. But we cannot leave this job for them alone. We ourselves, we can do our part by sharing their job, what they are doing, make sure it reach to the root level of to our people. With this, we can be able to be informing our people day in and day out. It doesn't matter how what picture is carried, which name is carried. But as far as we know, these are truth. These are truths. These are history, original history of the Benin. We should know that. And we should also understand that we are not just here in this world because we want to be here. We are all of us are here because of a purpose. And we should use this time we're having on earth before we join our ancestors to make sure we promote peace, freedom, and other things that build this world, because this is what the Benin Empire really stands for. That was why the Benin Empire was very large before the coming of the Europeans. We who were having different agenda. The Portuguese were having different agendas with the Benin, which we failed to realize. In the first was just this miseducation of our people, telling us what we know was wrong, and they know better, and they know better. But we were happy. We were having embassy somewhere. Our child went there to study, but forgetting that our own culture during this period was left behind. Was left behind without caretaker, to say the fact. Although the Oba of that time was there, but there was a vacuum, and this vacuum we cannot fill it. This is really what led to the downfall of the empire. We have to recognize this. And today we are still making all these mistakes we are not supposed to be making because we are so focused on foreign uh, things, foreign interventions, for foreigners to be telling us our history, telling us this is how our culture functions. We need to wake up from our slumber, to wake up and to stand up for our ancestors, because we stand today. It's because we stand in so many shoulders of our ancestors. Because our ancestors is what really made us. They are the people who gave birth to our fathers, and our fathers gave birth to us. Their DNA is in us. We should wake it up to retake our space in the world, because we have a space reserved for us in the world. Our space that is uh, our space that is reserved for us in the world is not just fear or for, sorry for the drama. I'm sorry for that. It's not just for dancing on social cultural music and all that. There are other things that is going on. We need to follow, especially during this time of election campaign and others. The Benin need to take their rightful place. I said this before. If a genuine Benin man come out today, I'm going to give him my 100% support. I'm not tribalistic, but the politics in Nigeria is tribalistic. Politics in Africa as a whole is tribalistic. Uh, we have to know this because the Benis need to rule Nigeria because half of Nigeria belongs to Benin. These people arrogating today, like the Igbos and the Yorubas, in the creation of Nigeria, they didn't play any role in the creation of Nigeria. The Benin played a very, very mighty role in creation of Nigeria, make sure Nigeria regain their independence. If you're the children of the Benin who fought for the independence of the Nigeria, I can tell you, when a country like Jamaica and others uh, got their independence in this almost the same year Nigeria got their independence, then you will know what was going on. We have to be the Benis have to wake up because we have need to show example. Because if you know something about Africa in the whole world today, you know something about the Benin Empire because we are represented in the whole world in all the museums in the whole world. There's nowhere you will go where you will not find the Benin artifact, where you will not find the Benin artwork, where you will not find the Benin chemistry, the physics, and all other things that's led to the civilization of the Benin Empire, that period. The problem we are having and we are still having is one of them is religion. Because many people doesn't really agree with me if I'm talking about it. Even some of our historians today, our brothers and sisters, please, this is not a critic, but we have to look at it in both ways. We have to look at it in both ways. I believe without Christianity or Muslim or Islam or what you call it, we would have been more and more civilized as we are today. The Benin would have been uh, more functioning. The government of Benin will be more functioning as it is today. Because when our father gave us this name, Ubini, Ubini, inexhaustible, they know exactly uh, the power that's what's in us, that power that's what's with us, that the knowledge that we're having. For example, the DNA of today is different from the DNA of our forefathers of that period, the analysis and all that. But when we come out to say the 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 Benin, the Benin Empire invented the system of the DNA, people will be laughing, but that is the correct truth. And this started during the time of Ogisos, not even the time of Oba. Like from my own DNA, we greet our morning salutation is Delaiso, which from the Iso period, which is the Ogiso period. And we have all other ones like Lavize, Lamogun, uh, Lave, Lagewan, and others. These are DNAs that have been existing and still existing. These are how people are being recognized to their family, to their roots, where they came from, and others. But we have so many things that we invented. Our people, we're able to reach geographical locations. When they were traveling, they were following this. They will follow the sun. They will tell you this is where we are going. We are going to Lagos. To uh, we are going to Ivory Coast. We are going to Accra, Ghana, or the Volta region, or the Benin Republic. They know exactly because they were able to communicate with their gods. They were able to communicate with their ancestors and with the power of the universe. We were having understanding of the universe. We were not just having a 12 degree of the universe. They were having 360 degrees of the understanding of the universe, art, tones, and everything, and where they will be tomorrow, and what they call Ika the uh, I don't know how to pronounce it right now. Ika dele nene nodagmonayi. That is the four uh, soil or the four pillar that hold this world. They were able to analyze everything. If you look at all these artifacts today, everything are painted. They bring it to us. It is now our duty to explain, to study, to do so many research, to really understand how our forefathers are talking to us. This is not just mere artifact, as we are talking artifact. They're not just mere artifact. They are things, it has meanings. How do they be able to have this form of chemicals that are being used for all these things? How do they come about it? How do they even come about with these ideas of putting these things in writings? Because they also have the alphabets. We need to, before they came, we were having already our alphabets. We were also already writing. We were doing so many things. But now everything is almost lost. I believe it's our duty to stand up again, to bring these things to light for our people, to know that uh, there's no other God before our God, because we were also having a God that was standing for us before these people came with their God. Right now, what we are saying, how people are doing what they are doing, it is, if I have to say this, it's like we are lost. We are lost in the sense, we are lost in the brain, we are lost in so many things that that I'm sorry, just a moment, please. We are so lost that, okay, we are so lost that we can, most of us don't even know the name of our forefathers, because the Caucasians, they were so intelligent in that form, giving us another form of life, diverting us from the life we were living before. Now we are living the life of a white man who is giving us direction. Before, we were not beggar to anybody in Africa. Africa were feeding the world, and we are still feeding the world systematically, but we doesn't even understand. But now our people turn to beggar. Our people are beggars in the street of Europe, in the street of America. But when I realize these are the children of the greatest people that ever existed in this world, it stirs my heart. My heart will bleed because they said they brought us civilization. The meaning of civilization, the definition of civilization, is giving something up for something else. We gave our civilization away to have another one. The one now we integrated, or they integrated us into, is not favoring us. It make us to be lazy, make us to be hungry, make us to be anything. They call us all sorts of names, criminals, beggars, and others, just because we were not thinking when they were bringing. For example, in Nigeria, people run into the British Empire, like the Igbos, the Yorubas, the Hausas, and the Fulanis. They ran into it. They ran into it. While the Beninese resisted all these issues. Because this was the biggest problem the Benin faced in their history, in their lives. The British is still punishing the Benin today because of all these nuisance our brothers and sisters committed against us. Because during the invasion of the Benin, the British used our brothers and sisters to invade the only remaining empire in the whole of West Africa. The only pillar that was remaining was invaded, and that was the fall of Africa as a whole. We can see the result that we're having today. When the Portuguese came, when they first stepped their foot on our soil, they saw there was no criminal. Where the king reside, this is where the king reside. This should bring something to the brain of our people, to the brain of our Yoruba brothers and sisters, with the Igbo brothers and sisters, to allow them to understand the capacity the Benin was having at that period. And now your people are still working as an agent to those people. The Yorubas, the Igbo are still working like an agent to the British. A Benin man will not run to Britain when he's having problem with Nigerian government. You see Buhari will run to Britain. You see Tinubu will run to Britain. You see Atiku will run to Britain. You see Obi will run to Britain. Please, brothers and sisters, this is not the life your forefather lived. Your forefather were kings and queens. They were prince and princess. They were never slaves to anybody. But today, my heart bleeds when I see the behavior of our brothers and sisters who are supposed to be leading are now being led. It's like when a blind man is sorry, I'm not against any blind or any person that is having a problem with the sight or problem with anything or something of such a nature. I respect and do everything. But this is just a phrase or a parable to say uh, um, to say uh, this is just a parable to say that the Beninese had their foresight. And those people who joined the British those period fighting against us are now the people that is leading us. And these people, they are so corrupt in their brain, corrupt in their manner, that they accept everything that is pushed into their brain by the colonial masters. The Beninese need to do a lot because most of our children in the world today, even in America, you see some of our children there that was brought to America. These are our buffalo soldiers. These are our soldiers. These are people of the Benin Empire that were brought there to Brazil, to all these areas. They helped to build America. They helped build Brazil. They helped build all these communities with what they acquired in Benin Empire. We are not fools. We were more educated than the white people when they came to our empire. They profited from us. They didn't take us out of Africa because we were so poor. They took us out of Africa because we know so many things they didn't know and they don't understand. If you look at America today, you will see every sign of the Benin Empire. If even in the logo of the America, you will see the sign. It's almost everywhere. But when we look at all the things that is going on today, you have to ask yourself the question: uh, Are we doing the right thing? Are we doing the right thing in supporting all this blindly, all these candidates? I'm not saying nobody should not support any candidate he or she wants to support, but we should look beyond that. We should look beyond all these candidates. What is Benin going to profit from all this? We have to ask ourselves this question before we stand dancing on the street, before we start killing ourselves because of all the candidates who are not even interested of your well-being. We have to learn a lot. I used to criticize people. People used to criticize me, but that doesn't mean I hate anybody if I'm criticizing him or her. It is time we learn also. We learn from our mistakes. We start learning and learning from our mistakes because we cannot just be accepting everything that is being pushed into our brain today. If you go to the British Museum, the one in British Museum, our artifacts there, our artwork and others, is just 2% of what is really existing in private houses in different countries, in private museums. But we need we were the greatest, but now we were leading, and now we are being led by blind people, by brainwashed people. So this is the time for us to wake up and start thinking of ourselves. Because there's nothing that can change Nigeria from this tribal politics. From even if you watch some of the social medias, even from those people who are well educated from Yoruba or from Igbo or from Hausa, you will notice this. Everybody will notice this. They don't even mention the name Benin because, but if we start today to say we are the second largest ethnic groups in Nigeria and in the whole of West Africa, then we have the power we need. How can we do this? It's unity. Unity is the key. Unity, uniting all our people. We will be having the Ubini United Nation, where every nation will be independent from himself, from the other. We are already doing that. But there are so many things that are needed to be put in place to succeed fully. The Benin need to regain its independence back from these people, from this terrain that is destroying our brains every day. Even they know very well when the Benin history need to be taught in the schools. Our language needs to be taught in the schools. But this is not going to be happening as long as we keep quiet, keep our mouth shut, not to say anything about that. We need to be doing something about that. We need to be talking to the appropriate authority to make sure the Benin language, the Benin history come back to school. For example, the Eastern language, the Edo language, the Urobo language, Isoko, Ika, Kwale, Ozanogogoro, and so many other Enuani and others languages that need to be taught in our schools, that we need to identify ourselves with. Because our people, I can tell you 80% of our people doesn't identify themselves with our language. They don't even identify themselves with their ancestors. But all you see in social media, they identify themselves with Jesus, the blood of Jesus, Jesus to the thank you, Jesus. You don't thank your father who pay your school fees. You don't thank your father who pay your university fees. This is disgusting. We need to wake up to retake what belongs to us. A white man never thank Oba of Benin when he's praying. Never. They don't even thank Jesus when they are praying. Even some of them doesn't even thank God. They don't know what Jesus is. They don't know what God is, but they are still existing. But we, the British, the Europeans, the Caucasians, they give us a heavy load in our head to be looking for, to be looking for, to carry this load, searching, 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 without answer. You know? So we, nobody is going to take you out of that area. You are going to take yourself out of that area. If you can't take yourself out of that area, you are lost. Your children will find it difficult to find their way back, to know who they are, to know that they are one of the greatest that ever exist in this world. So I want to close today, and I want you, if you have any question, if you have any suggestion, let me know. You can DM me, can do any other thing. Our phone number is on our page. You can call me, you can do any other thing. We discuss about it. But there's one thing I doesn't tolerate: insult. If you insult me, I will insult you back, no matter who you are. And if you respect me, I will give you the respect you also deserve. That's my policy. And I respect everybody, even the little ants, the smallest ants in this world. I respect him. But I don't tolerate so many of these things. And so many of the comments sometimes people send. I'm not after that. I'm after the unity of our people, bringing our people back to where they belong. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope by next time you will also be with me. Like and subscribe to our page, and also follow us in all of our social media platforms. We are being represented in YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. We are considering Twitter for now. If we should step out of Twitter because of the latest news and latest that is going on Twitter. So you can also, everywhere you meet us in social media, uh, we are not in social media to be deliberating or to be shouting, ranting up and down. We are here to be giving our people good information. So don't forget, sign up, subscribe to also to our page, and may the God of our forefather guide and protect every one of you. And remember whom you are. Bye bye.